So it's week 11. We're going to keep it short and sweet this week. Austin and I just went through this hive. Same progress is being made. They're slower than they were last year. They're moving into the super slowly as far as the bees are in there, but they're not really building anything out. They've still got frames to build in the second deep. So I'm continuing to feed. It's not interfering with any honey in my honey super yet. They still have a lot of wax to build. So they got pollen patty and sugar water, and I'm still feeding. I found eggs. I found the queen. Because we found the queen, we did another mite check. But I want to talk to people that are still having trouble finding their queen and they want to do a mite check. I am still against checking the frame that you're going to shake into the basket and making sure the queen's not in it. If you couldn't find the queen on 19 frames before that, you can't guarantee that you didn't find the queen on that. And I just don't feel comfortable with giving that advice. What you can do if you haven't found the queen and you're not good at finding the queen, you can put a queen excluder between your two brood boxes. Leave that there for 4 days. After 4 days, she can only be in one brood box or the other. After 4 days, there can be no eggs left in the brood box that she is not in. The only eggs can be in the brood box she's in. So then you can look through your two boxes, separate them. Whichever box that has eggs in it, you know your queen is in that box. Use a frame from the other box and shake into your basket. Take a good frame of brood, large uncapped brood, and use that to shake. You know your queen's in there, even though you haven't found her, you know she's safe. And then you can do your mite check, and at least you're staying on top of your mites, and you put them all back together after, and you know your queen was safe. And you take your queen excluder out then, and let them go back at it. I like that much better than the other alternative. The other thing is, we were reminded by Randy Oliver this past weekend, when you're doing your mite test, he likes doing a swirling motion rather than a shaking up and down. In theory, when you're shaking it up and down, your mites can land on top of your pile of bees in your basket and not drain through, and so you get a less accurate result. So do your test with a swirling motion, you know, a couple minutes of swirling, and then check them out. I already swirled this a bunch earlier, and we are still at 0 mites for this hive. So so far so good. They're just slow right now. There's not a lot of nectar coming in where I'm at, and so we're still feeding. Make sure your brood is in any of your hives, whether it's a new package or not, that your brood is swimming in white royal jelly, so that they have enough pollen and proteins. So, and if they don't, get pollen patty on there. So that's it, and we'll talk again next week.